Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, all of that jazz. Today we are tasting the Bev sparkling white wine, and it actually comes in a can.
And it's a pretty can at that.
It smells like champagne. It really smells like champagne. Anyway, this company is owned by women, and they say basically they started it because somebody had some medical issues and had some medical bills they had to pay off, and started throwing pool parties to help pay for them. And I guess you might as well have wine at the pool parties.
Yeah.
It says on their website, we're not here to just give you an amazing drink, but to change a culture and give you a few more things made by chicks. From our home in Venice to your fridge, we welcome you to come along one at a time. So smile a little brighter, dance a little bigger, and join us on our journey. They do also help people in the community become entrepreneurs and creators and all of that type of stuff. So, I mean, it's a pretty good company, especially to be owned by women. Did you already taste it, Trina?
I didn't. I was going to wait.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I was going to bring up the price so I could give you guys the price. They do come in this pretty box. It's 4 cans in each box. They do also have things like Ladies Night, the sampler pack that has the 3 different kinds of wines that they offer. So that would be good if you're having a get together. Just to have everybody be able to try each one. And that's a 24 pack, and that's $99 if you want to try that one. I think I gave you guys the price before. What it tastes like. I saw you drink
it. Tastes good. Let me taste it again.
Oh, and their website now says this is a limited edition. So if you want the sparkling white wine, you want to get it soon. So they have the 8 pack, which is what I purchased, $59, and then they have a 24 pack that's $119. So you get to choose.
It's smooth.
It smells like champagne. That's all. Like I feel like this is what I would have on New Year's.
It says that it's extra dry, but it does not taste extra dry to me.
It doesn't.
Mm-mm.
It is dry. But it's dry with like a hint of some kind of fruit.
Yeah.
You definitely can taste the sparkling, but it's not overpowering like some sparkling wines are.
This is really good. I would make a mimosa out of this.
You would?
Yeah.
I know they said pairing it with something like popcorn would be good. I should have popped some popcorn for us. But yeah, popcorn would be good. And I could see this probably would be really good for a ladies' night because you're just sitting around talking, relaxing, enjoying yourself, and you would have popcorn, a movie, and you got your drink going.
Yep. I like this. I like it a lot. They did good.
I'll definitely try some of the other ones that they have. That is. For it to be considered extra dry, extra fizzy, it's not extra anything to me. It's not extra. It's actually
perfect.
Real. Yeah, it's smooth and.
Because I feel like you have those other sparkling wines who have way too much bubbly going on.
Mm-hmm.
Where this one, it does say extra fizzy, but it's perfect. Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
So, on their website, they say, introducing the newest gal on the block. Bow down because she's the queen. Nothing's too much for glitz. She's all dressed up and ready to celebrate. We want to hear about her most is her outlook on the world. Silver linings and sparkles. 0 sugar and all the glam. What more could you ask for? So
that's exactly what we all probably want.
100 calories. For y'all that like to count your calories, it's only 100 calories in here. No sugars, no carbs, non-GMO. 4 cans only equal 1.3 bottles. So Does it say how much is in each can?
I'll definitely have to order this. Let's see. I oh
Look, it's so shiny in the light, I can't even barely see. I need glasses. I don't know. I can find. Oh, 11.9% alcohol is in each can. So that's actually a lot for it to not have any sugars or anything.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot. So definitely suggest that you try this, or try one of their other ones. But I mean, you can't beat 4 cans of wine for $60 when normally you paying almost what, 10?
Probably, yep.
10, 12. That's the cheap end of a bottle of wine. So just keep that in mind.
And at the end of the day, you're supporting women here.
Yeah. And other entrepreneurs, because they're helping other people. So keep that in mind. So of course we have to talk about the show, Married at First Sight.
Ooh, this week. Oh God.
So before we talk about Chris and his mess, what is the young girl that married the older man's name that likes to drink?
Oh, I was just looking at her today. Let me see if I can pull her.
Okay.
I had some things to say about her too. Yeah.
So on the honeymoon, we were talking about how you shouldn't go over your friend's house and sleep over, especially if it's male friends anymore, now that you're married. We talked about your drinking, that you can't drink every day, all night, and still get up and go to work. We talked about this because now you're married. So here we are, back at home, moving into our apartment, and you still don't get it.
Virginia and Eric.
She still don't get it. Dr. Cal came in and talked to them, and he had to flat out say, like, I wouldn't be comfortable with you spending the night over your guy friend's house just because they your guy friends and you don't think they'll mess with you if I was your husband. And I still don't think she got it.
No, she tried to say but like trying to justify it, but there is no justification for it. Bottom line, you're married now, and seeing from the eye of, first of all, I'm not married, but just to see from an eye of being married is not okay. No. I don't care if your male friend is gay or straight. It's not okay.
And really what it is you run a risk of something happening.
Correct.
Putting yourself in a situation that something could possibly happen. Correct. And it could affect your marriage.
Yep.
So there's no reason as a married woman. Now you were single, have at it. Spend the night all you want. Heck, I did it when I was single. But now that I'm married, never ever will I sleep in another bed, in another house with another man without my husband there.
Right.
Period. So that was my little spiel about her, because I don't think nobody else really had anything much to add to the show since they just got home on this past episode.
Well, so Brianna and Vincent, he was like saying that she made a comment which was just like her just joking, and he took it as if she was being disrespectful when they were opening the bottle of champagne, and a little bit got on his shirt. He's like, you should have offered me a shirt and all this, and she was just like, I
think they both blew it out of proportion. I think her jokes were a little too much. Like he was just like, it happens, which it does. Everybody, I mean, I didn't see people pop a bottle and it get popped in your head. Like
that happened to me.
So it happens. I don't think she should have constantly made jokes about it. I think she should have left it alone instead of saying, well, it always has to happen once. And y'all know y'all being filmed, because that is kind of embarrassing, because they filming you and you constantly making this joke like he didn't know what he was doing. And she should have, as his wife, should have said, oh, babe, let me get you a new shirt. Let me get you a towel or something, instead of just laughing at it. But it also depends on your relationship with your husband, which they don't know each other for real.
Correct.
So she didn't know he was going to get pissed off like he did. I think he could have said it in a better way than, what did they do, go in the bathroom or something? And he was like, you making rude comments to me.
She asked him, like, what's wrong? Because she saw his whole body, his whole everything change. And she asked what's going on, and I mean, that's when he decided to kind of tell her. So gonna take some adjusting to get to know each other. And
yeah, but he's gonna have to calm down his attitude too.
That too.
You can't get upset about stuff like that so quickly.
Yeah, he took it too far. He could have just simply said.
But I also think that's how they had their relationship on their honeymoon. A lot of jokes and playing, and you just don't have it all the time in a relationship. True. You just don't. I mean, as much as everybody would love to have that, you just don't have it. Who else? Anybody else have anything happen? I know that my friend with the beach in his backyard, she's still in her feelings. And then I got mad at her.
Oh, Haley and Jacob.
I got mad at her.
Why?
How you gonna tell my friend that he can't like the 80s no more just because you
I
married?
didn't see an issue with it. I mean, obviously he has his own likes and she has hers, and I don't think that should be an issue.
Yeah.
He likes what he likes.
I will admit he is over the top with it, but he had one room in his house. One room that had a whole bunch of old movies, the neon lights and all that. One room. Okay, every man deserves at least one man cave. I ain't gonna promise that I'm gonna stay out of it, but every man deserves a man cave, an area. So let him have his 80s area. Like, it's not gonna kill you that he got this 80s area. And she said that was a reason why she was closed off to him. It
was a turn off.
It was a turn off because he liked the 80s. What? You could like the 90s. What that mean?
Right. Yeah, I don't.
How is that a turn off?
It shouldn't be a turn off because he seems like a really nice guy. He seemed like a very cool guy too. I mean, obviously it showed that they said he works in IT. He seems like an IT guy, but I mean, I don't see an issue with it.
And then I think Pastor Kyle was saying, you know, maybe you should just tone it down a little bit for her. And and the accusations. I didn't take it as accusations when he was telling her you lied to me. Because she did lie to him.
She did lie, and then she tried to flip it, but...
And then he made the comment about...
you act like you have a boyfriend.
You act like you have a boyfriend at home. And she's like, I don't have a boyfriend at home.
I didn't say you did. I said that's how way you're acting.
Like, why should he be penalized for stating how he felt?
He shouldn't.
That's how she was acting. So, I don't know. Sometimes I agree with Pastor Kyle, and sometimes I'm like, where are you at? Explain this to me as a pastor. Where are you at? So, let's talk about Chris and Paige. I'm so tired of Chris. I am so tired of him.
Paige made me upset this episode.
I think she gonna piss me off the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think she is gonna piss. First, let me tell y'all what I found about Chris. So, he makes his money by different business ventures. He works as a finance manager and reportedly earns at least 6-figure salary. He also he owned a Subway.
Past tense.
Though he owned a Subway. He was evicted recently, and all his employees quit during his first week as a franchise owner, which says a lot about him.
Yeah.
Because you should have at least one employee that's down for you. Like, how does your whole staff leave? That means you wasn't treating them right, and you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. He also mentioned owning houses and renting them out. So that's how he really makes his money. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I get it. Okay, you make good money.
But
it can be gone tomorrow.
It's some other things about you that, regardless of your money, all of him, how he is, no.
I don't think he makes enough to act the way he does.
Correct.
I'm just saying because, okay, so let's break it down. He could lose his job tomorrow. Yeah, he knows financing, but have you been saving? You'll be surprised how many people know about finances, know about accounting, and all that stuff that don't save nothing. Then the houses, you can get some bad renters.
Yeah. Tear
your house up.
And then you gotta
fix it up.
And that'd be
so let's say he done lost his job. He lost his franchise. He lost that. Now your renters turn up your house. What you got?
Nothing.
And guess what? Now you don't have no wife to depend on because Now you telling her you want to go back to the baby mama.
Well, he may not have a wife. We don't know.
As of this episode, he told her. First off, where did he go, to Chicago?
He went to Chicago.
I'll be damned. If we coming back from our honeymoon and you say, you go ahead and go to our apartment, I'm going to take a trip to Chicago. I need to get away from everything. What? You signed up for this show.
Correct.
So, how can you say you need to get away from it? You knew what you were signing up for.
Right. And all this drama is from you.
You.
I need to get it. Paige needs to get away, honestly.
But what you getting away from? Nothing. It's going to follow you because it's your drama.
Right.
That baby is your child. With your ex-fiance, supposedly.
The ex-fiance, she lives in Chicago, or?
I don't know where she lives.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm confused at the whole thing.
Because I feel like maybe did he go to Chicago to see
her? That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
This is just heartbreaking.
So then, of course, he don't come back other than to tell her, I've decided I want to be with my child's mother. Okay, bye. Deuces. I feel for Paige. Then she sits down with Pastor Cal. Or am I skipping something for you?
No.
Sits down with Pastor Cal. And he's like, what's going on? Tell me, where your marriage is. Is he coming to join us? And she's like, I don't know. She told him about the sex thing. He asked her, did you have more sex through the honeymoon? More than them 2 times? After this guy has told you he ain't attracted to you. She says yes. Multiple times.
She said
why?
every day except for like 2 days, and other than that.
But why? Why continue giving yourself to somebody that's telling you these things?
It makes me wonder if she has some internal battles. Like
she wants to be married.
Yeah, but
she
ain't
wants
the way,
to be
baby.
married. I've even seen articles where they say she wanted the family. She wanted basically to speed through everything. That's why she's married at first sight. You're gonna get married to have kids and have this family and all that.
She did bring up that when what's his name? What's her husband's name?
Chris.
Chris's father was like the honeymoon baby. She laughed when she told that to Pastor Cal. Pastor Cal. And I'm thinking to myself, baby, that's not funny. But it seemed as if she agreed with it.
This was going to be the perfect way to get her family. And it was going to be quick. I really think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But
sadly.
Then he asked her, was it protected?
What was her answer?
This girl says no. Paige, girlfriend. Why? First off, you can't tell me that it's that good. You can't convince me that it's that good. You can't. It don't matter. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how he moves it. I don't care about none of that stuff because guess what? It don't matter. He's an asshole.
Right.
And he's treated you
wrong. It's bluntly in your face. There is... I don't know.
So then, this also means she slept with him after finding out about the baby.
Correct.
And you probably slept with him after him telling you that he might want to go back with her the first time.
Correct. She did.
Again, why?
I wonder if she's trying to get pregnant too. I wonder if she's...
You never know. You never know. And if she wants to do that, and you don't want nothing to do with him after having the baby, or I don't know where your mind is, Paige. I don't know, girlfriend. I don't. So Chris actually shows up, and I even told my husband, I'm like, he should stay wherever he was. He should stay. It wasn't no point in him coming. What you gonna say? You didn't already tell her you don't want to be with her. So what are you here for? You're not here for counseling.
Well, he had some things to say.
I don't even remember everything he said. You remember what he said?
So Paige had made a statement saying that you kind of took me through a roller coaster ride, and he was just like, no, I haven't. What do you mean? No, you haven't. Yes, you have. And Pastor Cal had went through it, and he's just, I don't understand.
To me, the whole time he was sitting there talking to Pastor Cal, he thought it was funny.
He had a smirk on his face.
He
the
thought the whole
entire
thing
time.
was funny. He was just like,
right. And then he brought
well,
up
I don't want to say much because
the being attracted to Paige. And, like, why you having sex with her, he was just like, oh, well, I don't want to be disrespectful, so I'll just keep that to myself.
Y'all see Chris got me pouring, right? I'm just saying. Go ahead.
And it was just, and then he tried to bring up his ex-fiancée, saying that she's also a wonderful woman.
Yes. And I when he said that, I was like, who cares?
Why are you bringing her up?
Who cares? We never said she was bad. We ain't never called her no hoe because she got pregnant by her ex-fiance. We ain't said nothing bad about this woman. So why even feel like you need to say, oh, she's a good woman too?
Now, because now
you didn't marry her. So obviously she wasn't good enough.
Interesting. Noted.
Obviously.
Like y'all together. You speaking up for her like y'all together.
Because they were together. You can't pay me to believe that he didn't sleep with her while he was in Chicago. If he was even in Chicago. You can't pay me to believe none of that. He went there to, celebrate that they was having a baby. That's what I think.
Probably.
That's just my thoughts. I don't like that once Pastor Cal left, then he
does it all the time.
And her face pisses me off.
It's like she wanted to hear that.
Because it's like, I can't tell if she confused. Because she says she confused by it.
Right.
But I would be like,
I will be angry.
Don't whisper to me. Say whatever you got to say in front of these cameras. Because you embarrassing me in front of these cameras. Embarrass yourself.
He does it all the time. It's always a whisper. It's always a secret. It's always, I don't want the cameras around.
And this bastard says, I'm scared I might be falling for you.
When after he says that, whispers in her ear, leans back, smiles like, what do you have to say about that? What now? That's how I took it. I'm like,
I'm falling for you, but I'm going back to this other woman. What?
Just it's like a continuous.
It's a game.
Face. It is a game.
It's a game,
and he's enjoying it.
So let me tell y'all this, and this threw me off with this show, which I should have known that they probably do this because most reality TV shows do this. I was watching a former, I'm not going to say who, a former contestant or former person on one of these seasons. And he was being interviewed by Kev on Stage. If you don't know who he is, look him up. And he basically said he was recruited to be on the show. Now, when I say recruited, I don't want to make it sound like, let's say I send Trina's agent a message like, hey, I got this show, she got to be on it, and she on it. They still have to compete to be on the show. Okay?
Okay.
So it's going to be other people that's been recruited by their agents to be on this show. But you have to still compete between these people. Now, here's the thing. I got this group, and then I got this group. This group of people are people that don't know nothing about these recruited people. As far as they're concerned, they all just applied to be on this show.
Got you. Okay.
And he said that he was recruited. And I'm like, I wonder if Chris was recruited.
Big possibility, because...
I wonder if Chris was recruited because of, quote unquote, how much money he makes, the businesses he owns. You know, he's this good guy. On paper. And then the fact that he has this confidence about himself was automatically going to bring drama. And I wonder if he was recruited. And Paige wasn't.
He probably was.
Because that was the situation with this person. They was recruited. The other girl applied. Well, the girl applied. And I will say they didn't make it. I'm not going to say they didn't try. Because he did say that he wanted to try out for the show because he figured it was an easier way for him to find his wife.
I got you.
So he did go in with the intentions of finding a wife. But my whole thing is they're recruiting. And I only know they do that because years and years ago, Me and one of my friends tried out for Bad Girls Club, and we went to one of their on calls here, and sitting around talking to the other girls. You know, they were like, "Oh, how'd you hear about this?" And they were like, "Oh, my agent called me and told me to show up." Really? Because I found out about it, and I don't remember what paper it was, but let's just say St. Louis American, that they were having casting calls. So I went. And then you sit back, and when you're talking to the people, you can notice them asking the people that's been recruited more questions.
Ah, that's interesting.
Because those are the main people they want because they have agents.
Interesting.
So, I'm not saying that's what they did. Don't quote me that that's what Chris is there for because he was recruited. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying maybe.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. Now, let's get into the preview for next week. Why is Paige sitting down with his baby mama?
Probably in her mind thinking, well, we're married, so.
I'm confused though because just last episode, he
Y'all
told you
divorce.
he didn't want to be with you. He had contacted a divorce attorney.
Yep.
So, why?
But the thing is, she said that he said that's what he did. Did he really? Probably not.
We're talking about Chris.
Right.
What did Chris?
It's a game.
Who is Chris?
He did not do that. That's what I feel, that he did not do that. He said he was going to do it. And yeah, now we're sitting down with the ex-fiance / baby mother.
But for what? This is just me. If you don't want to be with me, I don't need to sit with her. We divorced and we ain't got nothing else to do. We don't have no ties.
Right.
None. We barely know each other.
We met each other yesterday.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
It's a whole mess. At the end of the day, it's an entire mess.
It is. Oh, but get this. That person that I saw the interview with, he said his divorce was just finalized. Like,
Ooh.
where they were from, they had to legally be married for a whole year before they could actually divorce.
Wow.
So, I just gave y'all a hint to figure out what show or what season it was. But, yeah, they had to legally be married for a whole year in order to file for the divorce. Then you got all the paperwork stuff that you got to go through to have a divorce. He just got a divorce from this girl.
Well, let's see what Atlanta talking about.
Well, that is it for this video. Make sure you go to the website for Bev and get you some wine. And next week, if you haven't seen already, go check out my Instagram. We have a blue wine that we are tasting. So, we will see how that goes. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.